Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
2 killed, 3 injured in St. Anne gun attack. 2 men were shot dead and 3 others, including a 17-year-old boy, were injured during an attack in Paris St. Anne Saturday night. The dead men have been identified as 42-year-old Dwight Harrison, a factory worker from Riverhead in Monique, and Nicholas Dobson, 38, from Parity Boat in the parish. The injured men have been hospitalized in serious conditions, the police stated. It was reported that around 8:25 p.m., the 5 men were at a section of Party Main Road when they were approached by 2 men, one armed with a handgun. The gunman reportedly fired several shots and the men fled, but were all hit. Harrison and Dobson were shot in their upper bodies. The other men received gunshot wounds in their abdomen, arms, and other sections of their bodies. Police said Harrison was killed on the spot, while the other men were rushed to hospital, where Dobson died while undergoing treatment. Almantown's cry for peace after woman's killing. Peace, that's the cry being echoed by residents of Almantown in Kingston. The residents have been on edge since October 12 murder of 18-year-old Kevanique McLeod, who was shot by gunmen in the community in an incident in which her 3-month-old baby, who was among 4 other people, shot and injured. The shooting was said to have been occurred sometime after 7 p.m. at the intersection of Great George Street and John Street. It is alleged that 2 men armed with guns jumped from the back of a motor vehicle and started firing, hitting all 5 who were gathered near the intersection. The residents claim that it is being said the murder may have been a reprisal for a previous shooting near New Kingston in St. Andrew. The victim of the shooting near New Kingston was said to be a resident of Almantown. Now, the people fear more reprisals and said the tension in the community is obviously to everyone and the situation is becoming uncomfortable. We want peace. We'll come out in support of eradicating all of these troublemakers. The whole community is being stigmatized. As far as the ears can reach, people are talking about it. All the major players on both sides are well known, one concerned resident told reporters during an interview last Wednesday. There is a level of discomfort. If the police continue to operate in this space and maintain a high presence, nobody else will die in Almantown. See a police vehicle passing just now. They are around the clock, the resident said, pointing out that since the killing of McLeod, the security forces have been very active and doing a lot of patrols. At the same time, the resident said he well knows that police patrol will only simmer the tension for a time being, but it takes more work to stop it. The community is highly tense. Another resident commended the police force for their presence in this space and urged the police to quickly put out a person of interest list or a list of people wanted for questioning. As far as the resident is concerned, the police are aware of some of the people who may be linked to the current situation in the community. The place is very tense. Nobody is taking chances with any vehicle, the president stated. One man described the streets in the community as scanty since the murder of McLeod. You don't see really a whole lot of people on the road. The word on the streets is saying that there was a double murder in St. Andrew and one of 2 men came from Almantown. People are alleging that it was somebody from the community who killed him. People say it is a reprisal because he has bad family who retaliated, he said. The residents recall seeing McLeod's baby, who had just turned 3 months on the day of the shooting, covered with blood. By the time I reached the scene, I saw a man driving off with the baby's mother and her aunt. They drove away leaving the baby. It was a man who came up with the baby and said the baby got shot. Blood was running out of the baby, and the man went into a vehicle with the baby in his hand, the resident shared. By the time the vehicle was ready to drive off, residents brought another man out of fire with gunshot in his foot, and they put him in the vehicle. Porters charged for alleged rape of female patient to return to court December 15. 2 porters charged with the rape of a patient at Spanish Town Hospital had their bail extended in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. The accused are Corey Orr, otherwise called Usher, of Clifton District, St. Catherine, and 31-year-old Shamar Edwards, otherwise called Shortman. They are charged with rape and grievous sexual assault. When the matter came up for mention before Senior Parish Judge Desiree Ellie, the accused were told to reappear on December 15 when the matter will again be mentioned. It was revealed that the case file was still incomplete, with several statements outstanding, along with documents from the hospital. It is alleged that the complainant was sexually assaulted at the hospital about 8 p.m. on August 18. The matter was reported and following approval by the Center of Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse Both men were arrested. They were subsequently charged following a question and answer session. The men are being defended by attorneys Davian Vassar and Earl Hamilton. 200 pounds of ganja seized in St. Anne. Law enforcers attached to Irritu Narcotics team seized over 200 pounds of compressed ganja during targeted operation in Runaway Bay, St. Anne on Thursday. The police say 2 men are in custody in connection with the find. The St. Anne police say between 10:45 p.m. and 11:25 p.m., they went to a location in the community based on information received. They say several men, upon seeing the police, ran leaving the contraband behind. It was seized pending further investigations. 10, including 4 motorcyclists, killed in 7 days, ending October 20, stated RSU. 10 more deaths as a result of motor vehicle crashes during the week, ending Friday, October 20, has pushed to 327 the number of people killed on the nation's roads since the start of the year. This is according to the latest statistics released on Friday by the Island Traffic Authority and the Ministry of Transport Road Safety Unit RSU. The 10 include the 4 motorcyclists who were killed in a ferry bank crash in Watersburg, Westmoreland on Heroes Day, Monday, October 16. The bikers crashed in a motor truck which left the mangled remains of their motorbikes, with all 4 suffering horrific injuries. 3 died on the spot while the 4th died at hospital. Also, killed during the week with 2 drivers of private motor cars, 2 pedestrians, a pillion rider, and the passenger of a private motor car. According to the RSU, the 327 road deaths recorded this year resulted from 301 fatal crashes. Fatal crashes have decreased by 9%, while fatalities have decreased by 13% this year when compared to the similar period in 2022. A breakdown of group shows that motorcyclists account for the majority of the road victims, with 108 fatalities so far this year. Also killed this year are 64 pedestrians, 60 drivers of private motor cars, 31 private motor car passengers, 16 pedal cyclists, 16 pillion riders, 13 passengers of public passenger vehicles, 10 commercial motor vehicles passengers, and 4 drivers of public passenger vehicles. St. Elizabeth construction worker charged for alleged robbing supermarket. The St. Elizabeth police have charged Dwayne Atkinson, otherwise called Blacks, for larceny and housebreaking. The 29-year-old construction worker of Newtown, Black River, and Brompton, St. Elizabeth, was reportedly among a group of 4 men seen on surveillance cameras in the vicinity of a popular supermarket in Black River about 2 a.m. on October 15. The police patrol team was alerted and went to the location. Upon the arrival of the lawmen, the men fled the scene. The police gave chase and the 1 man was held. The police team reportedly recovered stolen items which were identified by the owner. The police later inspected the establishment and realized that entry was gained through a window. Atkinson was subsequently taken into custody, where he was charged. The police say the other suspects are still being pursued.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification